All right, so I'm out and about today in the eastern woodlands and just doing a little scouting, and I came across the downed pine tree, and I get asked a lot about where do I find fatwood, and that's kind of what I want to show you today. Forest that has pines in it, and more than likely, you know, because of the species, there's going to be some of them that are going to be laying down on the ground, and that's what I have here. So just kind of want to show you that right now so you can see it. This is where it came down here, and fatwood is found inside of any type of high resinous tree, pine tree. You know, cedars can produce some also. But the best place to find it is in areas like this right here, where you see there was a breakage, and what the tree does, automatically it starts pumping resin to this, trying to save this portion of the tree. Here I knock some off. Now, just because the tree is laying on the ground doesn't mean that it's going to be able to produce for you any usable fatwood, because if it lays down long enough or too long, it just won't be there. It'll just evaporate and rot away. So I'm going to get off into this and let you see what this looks like as we go along. What we're going to do is we're just going to go at this guy right here, and you want to get down as close to the tree trunk itself as you go. This is the Condor Greenland pattern axe that came through Battle Box. Okay, so now what we're looking for is that red amber resinous wood. Okay, so I'm kind of loosening that up a little bit there. I want to get as much as I can. I could just break it off, but I'd really like to get down in here where I know it's at. Okay, so here we go. Now, you see that resinous color right there? There you go. Now let's put it on this. We're going to use this as an anvil. There you go. See that right there? Nice and red. Get that real good color to it, and of course, it smells just like pine tar. So, you know, I'll take this out and I will process it down to where, I mean, because as you see here, the whole thing is fatwood. So that's how you do it. And this stuff will light even in the rain. You know, so have fatwood in your fire kit. That's it. Pretty easy to do. Find yourself a forest with some pine trees in it, and find one that's already knocked down, and you'll find fatwood. Okay, so I've tightened the shot up here for you, and I went ahead and peeled back a lot of the bark here, so you can see how I do this. But I want two sizes of fatwood down here. Okay, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and just make a few curls off into the cut of this log so it doesn't fall on the ground. Okay, don't need a lot. Okay, you can see right there, I think, how much I've got there. Right there, maybe a little more. I ran into a knot right there. Okay, then when I get a nice little pile of that, depending on how wet the wood is that you're working with, not your fatwood, but with whatever your tinder source is, and the wood that you're going to be burning, okay, will depend on how much you'll need of the fatwood. All right, so after I got just a small little pile like that, and then I'd use the back of the spine of my knife to get some shavings. See that? That's all that is. It's real fine. Don't need a lot. There it is. Okay? And this isn't the best ferro rod to use, but it's an emergency one that I carry on my knife sheath. All my knife sheaths are generally a drop down dangler with a loop for a ferro rod. Okay? And they're not the best ferro rods, but they will work. There, see that right there? Didn't take much. Fired up. Always be sure to put your knife away, and especially your ferro rod. Most of my ferro rods have a yellow-orange lanyard on them, just like my knife does here. See that? All my knives will have an orange lanyard in case I drop it on the deck. But there it is, you know, nature's answer to a fire starter. That's what FatWood is. Thanks for watching, guys.